Hi, this is Jagger of Disbelief, and we are listening to the Metal Bloodshed with a vampire on Metal Messiah Radio International.
Jagger, thank you very much for taking time out for this interview. It's a great pleasure to have you back on the Bloodshed with a vampire on Metal Messiah Radio.
Thank you, Jacobo.
We had a very long chat back then in 2017 covering the band's foundation and searching its original sound and its lineup, albums, shows, festivals and tours done all over the world. We cover over 27 years of the band history and not to forget the album released then, The Symbol of Death. Karsten, I'd like to congratulate the band for the new effort, The Brown Collapses.
Hello, Bloodshed Metal Messiah Radio. Here's Jagger from Disbelief. Thank you, Jacobo.
Karsten, how devastated was this COVID-19 for the band and its new release?
Because of this COVID-19 period now, of course, at the first time, it was a very frustrating situation because all that was planned, all our shows, the release shows for the album, all was cancelled because of that. Till now, the most of these shows postponed to the end of the year or beginning of next year. So we have the chance to do these shows. That's okay, but at the moment there's nothing, and that was especially at the beginning of this very frustrating because the new release comes out exactly in this time, so the people here can't buy our new CD at the shops or the market, so that was very frustrating.
Again, a brief description of the band. German death metal band Disbelief were formed in 1990 in Gundernhausen, Hesse, Germany, by vocalist Karsten Jäger, guitarist Oliver Lenz, and drummer Markus Gnap, with guitarist bassist Denis Musiol joining in time for the band's first demo in 1992. Disbelief delivered the 11th Long Island to mark its 30th anniversary. However, the first album, self-titled Disbelief, was released in 1997. Until 2010, Disbelief were busy with songwriting and studio work. 9 long players in 14 years from 2011 to 2017, a longer break from work than The Symbol of Death appeared. And in 2020, the successor with the name The Brown Collapses. How has everything gone for the band with this release, The Symbol of Death?
It's fine, and the band all are healthy, so everything is good. The Symbol of Death, we were at the end very, very satisfied with the result of it and with what's going on with our new record company, with Listenable Records. This was the first album for them, and so at the end all was very positive, and now we have the second release with them, with our new album. Everything is fine with them, and we're looking forward here.
Disbelief current band lineup is Karsten Jäger, you as the vocalist, Jochen Trunk as the bassist, Dave Renner as the guitarist, Marius guitarist, replacing Alexander Haugenauer, and Fabian Regmann as the drummer. Talking about the current band lineup, Alex has left the band some time ago. What was the reason that he decided to part away with the band?
Oh, Alex, our previous guitar player, he left the band because in this period of time when we released no album, what was a long time, 7 years from 2010 to 17. So in this time, many things will happen. He got 2 more child, and then he has his own band, Soul Demise. So the main reason was only time, and so he decided to leave the band, and it was all okay with this decision. And we have searched a new guitar player and found it directly with a new one with Marius, and so everything is okay.
The band just came back with its 11th studio effort, The Brown Collapses, which was released on March 27, 2020 via Listenable Record. This album really has all the elements from the band in the past. Some great guitar play, powerful rhythm portion, great drum sound, and most of all, really solid vocalist again. Its front man, Karsten Jäger, you and your way of growling being an essential asset for Disbelief. Karsten, if you don't mind, could you please present us the album tracking list?
The album track list, yeah. The first song we have chosen, the title track, The Ground Collapses. This is song Lyrical Way. It's a pro-nature song. It's about what's going on with our planet Earth because of what's going on in the future, what was done by the humanity to make not so good things with nature, because of profit and greed and all this. This title shows how small we can be when nature uses the tools of its own, like volcanoes, like fire, like the ocean, like tsunamis, all these tools. The nature uses these tools in 100%. We are nothing. That's the main thing about this track. And then we have the second song. Scaring Fred is a song about one of my best series that I've seen in the last years or last decade of years. And this is Game of Thrones. And I was very inside of this series. I fell in love with it. And at the end, I was like so many others, not so satisfied with the result of the end because it was more like a happy end and not more this special Game of Thrones style like in the first 5 episodes. Yeah. And so I have chosen the way by a title or by a lyrical way to find my own Game of Thrones, and I have chosen that the dark side will win and the Night King will rule over the world and the long night will come. And so I have made my freedom with this series and with this way. Yeah. Then we have The Awakening of the Wicked Blood. This is a song about hate. There are very much songs on this album who are all going around this theme, hate going on. If you really hate and changes your mind, it makes you like a schizophrenic creep. And so this is the song where all begins and grows up, that you are after this, you're getting like a monster or not. And this is the beginning of all. Then we have the song Killing to the Last. It's like chapter 2 of this hate songs. It's about if you make this happen, what's growing inside your head, and you're able to kill that mostly that you love, perhaps your own family or friends, or yeah. Then we have the next track is called The Waiting. The Waiting is about a special way to find your own freedom by suicide. Especially in this song, the inspiration comes from big, very, very big German bridge in the eastern of Germany. This is a place where people are like pilgrims. They search for this place and follow other people's who find their own suicide there to jump from the bridge. Yeah. And that was for me very fascinating stuff since years, and now I have the chance to make a title for this special bridge. There are many places on this earth, not only this place where people like pilgrims go to these places to follow other people. It's very interesting. Yeah. Then we have the song Colder Than Ice. This is when it happens when this grown-up hate finds his end, when you're not able to end this hate and let it flow and let it grow, and it comes to the end, especially in this song, that you are able to kill your whole family only because of the reason of hate. And that's very, very, very sad song. Yeah. Then we have the song, the title Soul Destructor. Soul Destructor is the onlyest song where I don't make the lyrics. The lyrics was made by our bassist and main composer, by Joe. He said to me that this title is about schizophrenic person, schizophrenic paranoid, and to the chance in life to make a break if you choose the way that somebody helps you in this situation. And how difficult that is to come to the old one without this schizophrenic stuff. Then is the other track, Insane. This song or title was inspired by the series of Chernobyl, this big thing in the past, in the 80s. And this example shows how fast it can be that all come together in a false way to destroy the whole planet because of the mistake of one person. Or I was really afraid about this situation as a child. Directly I get in confrontation with this situation. There was only the south of Germany where the clouds clouds raining over a special area of this time. We were very happy that it's only this part. And then we have the song Hologram for the Scum. The song is again about the theme hate, but in this title it was very, very a special song for me, for my personal hate. I have made the experience of real hate for a friend of mine at a special moment or a special time in my life. Begin to hate him because this was never my friend, and I think this was my friend, but he was never my friend, and so hate grows in me against this person. But there was a special moment when I say to me, I have to stop this hate, because hate destroys your mind and you make things normally you don't do these things, and it's crazy, and you have to stop hate in every kind and choose a way to get a ventile or something else to letting from this hate. And I searched a way to write a song about it, and this helps me a lot. Then we have the last song of the real version of the album. It's a Kills ending. This is a song where all ends by a person where hate is growing and the feeling to kill somebody is growing and all this, and this person think about it, that this person will end his own life by suicide, that he is not able to hurt or somebody else. This is about this song. And then we have the last song, the bonus track. The song is called Depths of Sorrow, and this is a personal song about the death of my father, about cancer and how fast cancer can be, and what this sickness is a beast, and it goes so fast, and it's for my father.
I'm very sorry to hear about your father passed away, but at the same time, I'm very pleased to know that you had dedicated a song to his memory. Karsten, thank you very much for describing us the album track and list. The Ground Collapses was recorded during September 2019 with producer Cornelius Rambat at Rambado Recording in Essen, Germany. Rambat was also responsible for mixing, while mastering was handled by Denis Musiol. These two have given Disbelief a strong sound wall, especially when it comes to rhythm work on guitars, drums, and bass. Karsten, you repeat with Cornelius and Denis. How was everything gone this time, and what was done differently compared to what was done on the Symbol of Death?
That we have chosen, again, the producer Corny and his studio Rumbado Recordings. It was at the end of the recordings of the Symbol of Death, it was clear that we will do the next recording again with Corny, and but this time, at the end of the recordings from Symbol of Death, I have spoken with the producer, with Corny, about that we will do a complete pre-production for the next album directly in studio. So we have decided that, and we begin with the first songs for the new album, The Ground Collapses, at the beginning of last year. So from month to month, from January to August, September, we record every month 2 songs with vocals, arranging sometimes a little bit in the studio directly. So every song gets the possibility to grow up in a comfortable time, and so every song was inspired by the situation, and that was a new way to record a new album. And this was a very luxurious way, and we feel very comfortable with it. And at the end, it was the best way for every song. And this makes this album so strong because of that working style. And another reason is that we are now a grown-up band with a constant lineup, and you can hear this on the new album, of course.
After dislike the deal received from Massacre Record for the last album, The Symbol of Death, the band kept searching for a better deal and has talked to more than 18 labels prior to sign with a French listable record. 3 years after the band debuted with a listable record, how was the band experience with them?
The work with Listenable, like I said at the beginning, we were very satisfied with the work done for us, especially for the Symbol of Death album, and so we were happy to be in the situation to record a new album again with this record label, and they have trust on us and we trust on them, and so this is, I think, the best combination, and so we work together again, and they are doing great job since now for the new album, so everything's good with them.
What can you tell us about the album cover artwork? Was it done again by Eleanor Cantor, who did the 2017 The Symbol of Death?
Because of the cover artwork, we want to work again with Eleanor Cantor, who did a very great job for the previous album, The Symbol of Death, because of the cover artwork. And he tried a version of a new cover artwork for The Ground Collapses, but at the end it not hits really the title or what's going on in this new songs, and so we have found not the right combination, and so we choose that we give the offer for another artist. This is Chris Hart. He have done works for German band Warpath, cover artworks in the past, and so I get in contact with him, and this was a great thing to work with him because he have done a great job in a very short time, and so we were very satisfied with the result of it, and it's very eye-catchy, and I love it.
The band released different videos supporting the new album, like for the track The Waiting on November 7, 2019, and the full title track The Ground Collapses on February 27, 2020. Would you like to briefly share with us some information on these 2 videos, please?
Before the the album was released, we put out the first single of the new album. This was The Waiting with a lyric video. So the people get the chance to listen to one new song in front of the new album. It was a very good decision. We did this the first time, and it's a very good thing because of the process after this comes out. We had the mixing process, and you can react from the result for the single and can make some parts from the sound. We can make something better after this, and this version from the single is another version instead of the album version. I think we pimped this song very much on the real album. So it was a great decision to release this single in front of the album. And besides the release of the new album, we released the first video clip from the album, from the title track, and I'm very satisfied with this result because I'm putting very much from myself, from my feelings, and in this song and in the video clip. And you can see behind of us is a wall with illustrations and with visuals, and exactly they shows what's going on in this lyric and in this Pro Nature song. And very happy about this video clip, and very, very satisfied and proud of it.
During their 30 years existence, Disbelief have been exploring the depths of sonic depravity, and while injecting their own equitable sense of groove and harmony, they defendedly have been embodying what gruesome old-school heavy death metal is about. New album The Ground Collapses is ultimate soundtrack to the apocalypse. Seeing all the trouble the whole world experienced with the COVID-19, many shows was cancelled. Are there already shows rescheduled or scheduled for the bands in support of The Ground Collapses?
The shows that we have planned for after release shows and the other shows, all they are postponed till the end of the year, till the beginning of next year. And hope that we perhaps in spring next year go on a European tour for this album. The album has earned that we get the chance to go on a European tour. Hopefully as a support for another good band, and hope our booking agency make this possible, yeah.
Are you still working with the booking agency's production?
We work together with a booking agency from Cologne in Germany. We have worked with Go Down Believing. I think it was 10 years ago, and it was destiny, I think, that we come together again. And so we will see what's going on when we are able again to live shows. And I'm very hopefully that we get good chances next year, especially in the summer and for the festivals.
Karsten, I want to thank you very much for having made this interview possible. And I want to hand you over the microphone of Madam Messiah Radio for you to invite all your fans to support the band, to buy the band's earlier albums, which they have a 10 full-length album to choose from, and to buy this great new masterpiece, The Ground Collapses. And talking about this masterpiece, I highly encourage everyone to go out there to buy this great new album. You must have this album in your collection. Karsten, this album, in how many format is this released, and are there vinyl also available?
The new album, you can get it as a normal CD version with bonus track, and you can get it also on vinyl. We have a black version, we have a green version, and one version is in gold. And so you can choose this. What do you want? And we have new collection of cool new shirts. We have patches. We have, at this time, we have Disbelief masks for this COVID thing.
Okay, once again, Karsten, the microphone of Madam Messiah Radio is all yours to thank whoever you want to thank. Once again, wish you all the best with this great new album, The Ground Collapses. And I like for you to say hello to the band members for me, say hello to Jochen for me, say hello to David for me, say hello to Marius for me, and say hello to Fabian for me. Once again, all the best with this great new album, The Ground Collapses.
Jacobo, I have to thank you. Thank you for good questions, and I thank you for your support, and wish you all the best for the future and enjoy music and keep the metal alive.
And like I always say, metal on. Bye-bye.
All the best. Bye-bye, Jagger, Disbelief.